My name is Richard Nyonka, Senator of Kisii County and a member of this committee. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Auditor General, overstatement of financial statements.
Thank you, Chair. Paragraph 3.0 overstatement of the financial statements. The statement of receipts and payments, and as disclosed in Note 11 of the financial statements, reflects 2,551,779,547 shillings in respect of compensation of employees. However, recomputation of the financial statements amounts using IFMI's chart of account codes relating to compensation of employees total to 2,459,789,378 shillings, resulting to a variance of 91,990,169 shillings. Consequently, the compensation of employees' expenditure is overstated by 91,990,169 shillings, contrary to paragraph 1.3.27c of Cash Basis IPSAS 2017, which prescribes that financial statements shall present information that is a faithful representation of the cash receipts, cash payments, and cash balances of the entity, and the other information disclosed in the financial statements in that it is complete, neutral, and free from material error. Thank you, Chair.
Governor, what's your response?
Mr. Chairman, the difference of Kenya shillings 91,990,169 between the reported balance of Kenya shillings 2,551,779,547 and Kenya shillings 2,459,789,378 pulled from IFMI's charts of accounts by audit is directly attributable to three categories of expenditure on compensation of employees that had been budgeted for under development vote as shown here under. 1. Stipends for Marsabit County interns, Kenya shillings 60,769,000. 2. Cash or wages for solid waste collectors, 16,200,000. Finally, salaries and wages for vocational training instructors, Kenya shillings 15,021,169. And for the audit to arrive at the reported balance, they require to run both the recurrent and development vote, Mr. Chairman.
Why are stipends, wages, and salaries in the development vote?
Mr. Chairman, in Marsabit, we have, during budgeting period, we have ward allocations. And for these allocations, normally through public participation, we allocate to every ward some amount of money. And what the people decide that they want or they wish to be undertaken by the government is budgeted under ward development. So the county assembly, in its wisdom, voted these accounts under development as they came from the public participation.
Just take the case of county interns and explain how that fits into the description you have given. The 60 million for county interns.
Yes.
How does that fit into the development budget?
Mr. Chairman, it doesn't fit. Actually, this is a problem that has been carried forward. We have had challenges in getting access to these funds from COB. This is a matter which we discussed, we discovered is an error, notified that we must not again do this kind of budgeting during our process of budget making.
Dr. Munywa, how do you charge stipends for interns and wages and salaries on development? You are the National Treasury who provides guidelines. Because to me, this is a case of...
Yes, we don't have
So it's not here.
It's not here, but we can access it online.
Now, that does not address the matter, because when you say that they were budgeted for, then your responsibility is to bring to us that budget
Correct.
So that we see how wages and salaries were budgeted for under the development vote. Senator Fatuma Dulo?
Chair, I just want to know whether the same is happening currently, because this happened in 2021.
No, Mr. Chairman, we have now corrected since we've discovered this error. And as I said, we ran into trouble even with the COB, they flagged, and we appreciated that error, and the same has been corrected.
Excuse me, Chair.
Senator Onyonka?
I would like, Chair, for the OAG to tell us what their opinion is on this matter. Other than, and what were the recommendations that you've made?
And maybe to tie it up, if you allow me, Chair, confirm that what the governor has said is the current status would be what you have found in your most recent audit.
Thank you, Chair. First, to confirm what the governor said, currently we are keen to ensure that they don't charge the current expenditures on development account. Then coming back to this one, actually the audit query was on the variance between the two figures, and they were able to demonstrate that this 91 million was under development vote, class 1, which we were able to confirm. But now, as regards our conclusion, we leave it to the committee now to determine the conclusion on the issue.
OAG, do you have visibility on the county interns who are paid 60 million? Because you must test that. If they say they paid interns 60 million from the development vote, then they must demonstrate to you that this is a schedule of interns that were paid 60 million. This is a schedule of vocational training center instructors who are paid 15 million. It cannot end at this explanation because there's nothing, no schedule to support that expenditure. We have moved away from the legality. First, we have already established that it was unlawful to charge salaries on the development vote. Now, in mitigation, are we sure that these salaries and wages and stipends were paid? Can you give us that assurance?
Yes, they were paid. There was also an issue about the same, if you look at paragraph number 7, touching especially on the same.
So on this, where is that evidence that 60 million was paid to county interns as stipends? Governor.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. Actually, there is a standalone query on
No, leave that alone.
Yeah.
We are here. We are still here on your response.
on this one, because that evidence was not specifically asked, we've not attached here. But in the same audit, there is a standalone query on the authenticity of the interns, and under that query, we have all the names of the people who benefited.
Does it add up to 60.7 million?
It does. It does, Mr. Chairman.
60.7 million.
Correct.
Casual wages for solid waste collectors, 16.2 million.
Yes.
Is that addressed anywhere else in this audit report?
Is that? No. This one, we just answered straight the questions.
Salaries for vocational training center instructors, 15 million.
We don't have details. We don't have details, but can be provided.
So, Auditor General, you are the ones to give us an assurance. Do you have a view that 15 million and 16 million was paid? Because you've said the 60 million, we are going to deal with it in another query.
Yeah, Chair, I would also refer you to Appendix 7. Appendix 7.
Of the?
Switch volume. This Appendix 7. Oh, that one is for the unsupported stipends for interns.
For interns. Yeah, we said we'll deal with it when we get to it.
Okay.
Solid waste collectors. Remember, OAG, it's the executive to prove.
Yes.
So if they've not proven, just tell us you do not have it. Then we put them to task.
Yeah, we don't have that.
So for the 16.2 million and for the 15 million, we do not have anything before us to justify that expenditure. Auditor General, just confirm that before I get back to the executive.
Chair, we don't have that.
Okay, Governor, how do we know that this money was not pocketed and
Yeah.
that it went to solid waste collectors and VTC instructors?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think I seek your indulgence. If given time, we can provide it even tomorrow morning. We have it readily. We only stated and straight away answered the questions as it came. We fell short of providing that evidence. But under the interns, you know, there's another question which was asking us to provide the
Yeah,
details.
leave that one alone. That one we'll deal with.
Even this, I can assure you, Mr. Chairman, if you allow us, we can provide tomorrow morning.
Auditor General, we will perhaps we might, with a lot of hesitancy, allow the governor to provide the details for the 16.2 and 15 million, because as things stand, that 31 million Kenya shillings cannot be justified. But it does not take away the unlawfulness of the charge on development by salaries, wages, and stipends. So when we'll be doing our report, you will advise us whether that accountability has been done, because at this point in time, we have no visibility over 31 million with respect to compensation of employees.